Order! Order! You are an incorrigible delinquent at times. Behave yourself, man!
The budget airline Ryanair has come under fire for its handling of a passenger who was filmed hurling apparent racial abuse at an elderly pensioner. The video shows flight attendants appearing to do little to intervene, eventually moving the pensioner rather than the man causing the disturbance. Police are now investigating the incident, as Lauren Hall reports.
No. Don't you dare shout at her!
Don't tell me what to do. If I tell her to get out, she gets out.
No, she won't!
Passengers have only just boarded the plane when an argument breaks out. A woman who's with her daughter has just been brought on in a wheelchair and is being shouted at by the man next to her. He wants her to move and begins making threats.
I'll tell you this. If you don't go to another seat, I'll push you to another seat.
When she doesn't move, he becomes more aggressive, in full view of the other passengers on the Ryanair flight.
Don't talk to me in a foreign language.
He then racially abuses her.
Stop. There's no need for that.
An air steward also intervenes and the woman's moved to another seat, but many are questioning whether that was the right thing to do.
You have to come down.
Or throw him off the flight. Throw him off the flight.
He wasn't and was allowed to continue his journey from Barcelona to Stansted in Essex. Ryanair's now facing a huge backlash. The passenger who filmed the incident and put it online says he feels let down by the airline and more should have been done.
I'm still in shock. I couldn't believe my eyes. I was struggling through the whole incident because, of course, that could have been my mother if the roles had been reversed and that was a black man who had done that to an elderly white woman. He'd have been not only thrown off the plane, he'd have been, I think he'd still be in a Spanish jail somewhere.
Since the incident on Friday, Ryanair says it's reported it to the police. Essex Police has confirmed it's investigating and working with Ryanair and the Spanish authorities. The woman involved has told ITV News she'd just lost her husband and is now struggling to make sense of what's happened. Lauren Hall, ITV News.
Now, the budget airline Ryanair is facing widespread outrage on social media after it apparently failed to remove a passenger who launched a racist tirade against a lady in the seat next to him and instead moved her. Another passenger filmed the incident, which has now been watched by over 2 million people online. Ryanair later said that they'd seen the footage and reported the incident to Essex Police, who are now investigating. A warning: Jordan Jarrett Bryan's report contains shocking and offensive racist language.
Don't you dare shout at her!
Don't tell me what to do.
Preparing to take off from Barcelona on Friday, a black woman defends her elderly mother from a tirade of abuse from a white passenger. David Lawrence filmed the altercation, which seemed to start when the disabled woman did not get up from her aisle seat quickly enough for her fellow passenger.
The first I was alerted to anything was the loudness of a voice behind me, of a man shouting at a woman saying, "Move your feet." It was so loud that it caught my attention.
I'll tell you this. If you don't go to another seat, I'll push you to another seat.
The abuse becomes more heated as he responds with racial insults when the woman speaks to him in English.
Don't talk to me in a foreign language, you stupid ugly cow.
Hey, stop.
I will carry on as long as I can with this ugly black.
One passenger repeatedly tells him to stop, but most others do not get involved.
There was no reaction from a lot of the passengers that were directly around me and the situation. There was nervous smiles, some giggles and laughs. And then one particular passenger, as he was walking down the aisle past me, he said to me, "Don't you think this is childish, you filming?"
But it's the lack of action from Ryanair itself that's angered many, with the airline choosing to find another seat for the victim rather than remove the offending passenger. The airline has said via Twitter that it's aware of the video and has reported it to the police. That won't satisfy critics who say in other circumstances Ryanair is happy to use its right to remove drunk, unruly or abusive passengers.
It's going to be very difficult for me to fly Ryanair again. They took too long to respond to this. I mean, it was The film was posted on 2 days ago, and it's only now I understand that they're responding, which is absolutely unacceptable.
The clip, which has been viewed online over 2 million times since it was posted on Friday, ends with the man sitting alone, as was his wish,
I'm all right now.
and assuring a flight attendant that he's now fine.